that's Palermo. Now take over the wheel here and keep her steady on that headland. We're coming into Palermo now, sir. The Estelosa's proving herself a fine ship.
Aye, made good time.
Is that the last lot of money to come aboard, sir?
Aye, and then straight on to Naples.
Oggi abbiamo sole, no?
Molto sole, molto sole.
Un po' di vento.
Beh, sai, mica male, sai.
Non c'è nada.
Bella giornata. Made fast. Clear the decks, Mr. Minns.
More money coming aboard, sir?
Just get the men below and no one to go ashore.
There's a market up there, sir. We could do with some fresh fruit and vegetables.
Or send the cook and give him that half sovereign you won off me last night.
That's mine, Captain Baines.
I'll see they get repaid. Come on, jump to it. Get that gangplank across. And down into the forecastle, the lot of you.
A whole barrel over that, I reckon. Only nothing to write, mind. It's got to keep. Right, you lads. In the forecastle now.
Captain Baines.
Aye. Welcome aboard, Signor. Would you like to come below?
Ah, grazie.
Fruit, vegetables, full boat, 10 lira. Okay, good, thank you.
Here it is. I've been wanting to get rid of it for a long time now.
What, that thing?
Well, I'm sure you can dispose of it somehow, Mr. Fig.
Yeah. I'm a ragman, really, see, Miss Gaunt. Now, these sacks, I could take them off you. I'll give you a penny apiece for them.
Well, they're mostly torn. I don't even know how they came to be there.
It's the hooks has ruined them.
Hooks?
Ah, hooks. As duckies use. What do you want for them?
It's the boiler I want rid of.
Ah, and it's the sacks as I can sell.
Full of holes.
With jute fetching the price it does today, it's profitable to mend the old uns. I'll give you 2 shillings for a lot.
If they can be bought at that price, Mr. Fig, well, it wouldn't cost much to sew them up. I might as well go into business for myself.
Aye. I've seen worse places for a sweatshop.
Master, vai. Neapolitans, not Sicilians. I don't know who they frighten more, the banditti or me.
Well, you won't need them again. Now, let's work out your share of the commission.
No. Commission? A few lire. What I do for you, Signor Onedin.
Barely the equivalent of £800 here. You were supposed to collect money from over 150 immigrants.
half of them tell me they will pay you when they come on board.
But I've already chartered a ship. They know that. Don't they trust me?
Can you tell me when we'll be sailing, Mr. Onedin? Excuse me. I sent the cook ashore for stores. He hasn't returned yet.
Oh, there's plenty of time. It appears that over half the emigrants in Sicily have decided to go back on their word. Where do they live?
Oh, they're mostly up the coast. Their leader is in the village of Muetzi, just along the coast.
Moetzi.
Just here.
Will you take me to see them?
No, Mr. Onedin.
I'm not going to lose over half the profits of this voyage just because a load of emigrants don't trust me.
I will go fetch a carriage right now and be back in 1 hour. But it is not to blame me if you cannot persuade them. Oh, and senor, we may not be back until the morning.
Oh, the morning will do.
Another day wasted.
The steamer I've chartered in Naples, Captain Baines, will sail to New York with a full complement of passengers. Otherwise, it's not worth my while, is it? All right, I'll see you in an hour.
Very good, senor.
Where are your bodyguards?
Oh, Dino and Luigi? I do not need them now.
Don't they want to be paid for their services?
Oh, they get paid in advance. Always I have to pay in advance.
Arrivederci, signor.
That's where I have to go. Now, you can bring the Estolosa up the coast and meet me there tomorrow.
I'll be in that bay, sir.
Ah, it's only a couple of miles from the village where I have to go to. Sandy bottom, no rocks. Well, you should be there before me.
Excuse me, sir. The cook's been in a scrap again.
What happened?
I'm not exactly sure. All I know is, sir, that he got into a fight.
Where is he?
He's been arrested.
Never mind about the cook.
We can't just leave him in
Captain
jail.
Baines, you'll be at that bay tomorrow with or without the cook.
Yes, sir. What do you want?
Join as a seaman.
Oh, you speak English?
A very good English.
Then get out of my way before I kick into the harbor.
A very good seaman. A very good English.
Now keep away from my ship.
A very good cook.
Oh, come on.
Hey,
Get
like
away.
the pasta
Get away. Bosun, no one to come aboard till I get back. Mr. Onedin is on his way.
It's a lot of money with just me and the bosun in charge, sir.
I'll just make sure nobody comes aboard, then.
All the same, I'd be happier if we could put it somewhere safe till you got back.
Yes, well, maybe you're right, Mr. Mins.
Yes, well, do you have anything in darker shades? I'll see. Charlotte.
Hello, William. We meet again. Perhaps there's something here that suits you. Good morning, Mrs. Purvis.
Oh, good morning, miss. I'll inquire if there's any more in the stockroom.
What's happened?
She's just been dismissed.
Dismissed?
Well, Uncle Robert told her twice about being late. She was late again this morning.
Oh, dear. Poor Mrs. Purvis. Thank you. I'm always dropping things.
We're expecting some more stock to arrive tomorrow, so, well, unless there's something here that suits you,
Well, I'll come back tomorrow. Same time?
William tells me you've been dismissed, Mrs. Purvis. Well, if you're any good at sewing, you ought to see Miss Gaunt. She might have a job for you.
Get him back, sir?
Mr. Onedin said he was a rotten cook anyway.
Hey, signore. I make a very good pasta.
I told you to clear off. Now get off my ship.
Signore, I want to go to Napoli. I work hard and I cook a good.
What's your name?
Gabriello Antonio Giovanni Riccardo.
Right, sign him on, Mr. Mins, and prepare to cast off.
Mille grazie, signore. Mille grazie.
Don't forget, None of that greasy foreign food for me, my lad.
Mille grazie. Hey.
Why aren't you in the office?
I was this morning.
Well, this morning? You only work for half a day?
Mr. Dunwoody said there was nothing for me to do.
Something else you want at my desk, Daniel?
Well, if you will keep so many of the company papers here.
William, you said you'd come riding with me.
I'm sorry, Mama, I forgot.
Well, I went to the office and they said you left at midday. Where have you been?
Oh, just out, wandering around.
Well, the next time you want to leave your work to wander around, you might ask me about it, William.
Yes, Mr. Fogarty.
And when are you going to stop calling me Mr. Fogarty?
What do you expect him to call you? Father? Daniel, when are you going to realize that you'll always be just plain Mr. Fogarty to him?
You know, it doesn't help matters if you take him from the office to go riding.
Well, I thought it would do us both good. Anyway, he didn't come.
No, and he didn't work either. Now, it's high time he learned the business from the bottom up. Now, I know the boy has ability.
You know he can't even dance?
He can't dance? Elizabeth, what on earth has that got to do with business?
Well, if he's to take over Fraser's, he'll need to keep up a position in society. People will expect it of him. I'll not have you making him so dull.
You don't give me much of a chance to make anything of him.
Perhaps that's force of habit. After all, I brought him up on my own for 17 years, didn't I?
Vogliamo due camere, due belle camere pulite. Dice una per me e una per il signore inglese, eh?
Sì, sì, aspetta.
Read. It's all right, she has a sister.
I think I'd best stay the night in your carriage.
And have the banditti cut your throat to get your watch?
Look, where is this man that I have to speak to?
Once I am assured we have rooms for the night, I go find him.
Look, I only have tonight in which to make them agree. I have to be back on the Estolosa first thing tomorrow.
Vieni a mangiare. The pranzo, the dinner. Oh, good. Oh, yes, very good, very good. Yeah, you eat down there. Make a nice table for all.
Well, go on, man, if you want your victuals. Native crop today. Sicilian. He make it a good at the table in a forecastle.
You eat, pronto. Same as the Captain Bennett. He says it's very good, very good. Go, go. Hey, you do a nice dinner like Capitano Benes? He says very good.
He says very good.
Hey, now I take the wheel.
Here, you break down the forecastle.
Now, he will take the wheel. Mr. Mendes!
Don't move, both of you. I shoot good. sotto. L'ho visto la barca?
Non ancora.
Fetch me the money. Put it on the table.
Luigi!
Tito, aiuta!
Where is it? The money.
Money. Our money. What we have keep, not spend. Ecco, good money.
Ho venduto la mia croce d'argento. Il padre dice che è un peccato, ma...
Silenzio!
Abbiamo dato il dinero che era per la dote di nostra figlia.
What are they gabbling about?
Oh, she say they are even giving the money they have saved for their daughter's dowry.
Yeah, well, that's none of my concern.
Daniela si sposerà in America.
So I can take it you do want to go to America.
Oh, sì, we go America.
Good.
It's a big country. Many work. Our cousin Francisco is there. He write to us. Mostra al signor inglese la lettera da Francisco.
Show you the letter that they get from their cousin Francesco.
E questa è la lettera, Aprila.
Yeah.
Sì.
He asked them to come.
He say to us, we must come, but money we must keep till we come on a ship.
Look, but don't you understand? I cannot hire a ship without money.
E senza dinero, come possiamo pagare il mafioso, mi dice?
Yeah, she say if they give you all their money, how can they pay the mafia?
Pay the mafia?
Well, everybody pay the mafia. Of course. For protection against the banditti.
Guarda sopra. It is on the ship somewhere.
Unless Mr. Onedin took it with him.
Why should he do that?
I wasn't on board when he went ashore. He was. He's the only one that could have told you. Whether he would have, that's different.
You will tell us. Understand? Or go the same way.
Who's sailing the ship?
Gabriel is at the wheel.
The cook?
He is a seaman.
Where's the crew?
They're locked in their quarters.
Ehi, vieni.
Che c'è?
La barca sopra, guardi.
Rimani qua. Guardi lui. You may not talk to me, Captain Baines, but you will certainly talk to Signor Ranocci.
Ranocci is Capo della Mafiosi. He doesn't like you taking the people's money.
You mean he knows about our transaction?
He knows everything that happens on the island.
What, on the mainland, too?
Big family mafia. You see, that is their difficulty. If you take their money, they will only have their goats and their oxen and what they can grow, and those will be taken from them by the banditti if they cannot pay the mafia to protect them.
Look, if this Ranocci knows everything that's going on, why hasn't he put a stop to it? I mean, he's had enough opportunity.
True. That puzzled me, too, especially as on the quay this morning, I think perhaps he was watching you.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he's waiting until I collect all the money, including theirs.
Well, if that is so, I think you would be wise to wait and let them pay you when they board the steamer.
Right. Take me to the show, will you?
Oh, but I give you my word, they can be trusted to pay you when they board the steamer.
Oh, they can keep their money. I just want to make sure that I keep mine.
Niente. Ah! When does Mr. Onedin return?
In the morning.
To where?
Where?
No matter. Is it the Bay of Santa Croce near Muezzi? I see the anchorage here is marked. Crede che sono andato insieme.
Sì, signor, di qua.
Sì.
Di qua, di qua.
I think it is to Muezzi that Onedin has gone with Benetton. When you expect to be there?
If I was in command, we'd be there at dawn. But as we're just drifting down the wind, I can't tell you.
Liberallo. How many men you need to sail, huh?
All of them.
Not at one time, I think, huh?
No.
The boy can stay on the wheel. 2 of your men on deck. The rest can stay below until we reach the anchorage. They will be rowed ashore in the longboat. You and I will wait for Onedin.
It won't be the sort of work you're used to, Mrs. Purvis.
Yes, well, one can't afford to be particular, Miss Gaunt.
Mending old sacks.
I'm very quick with a needle.
Oh, I'm sure you are, but...
Listen, my husband's been laid off at shipyard and, well, what with doctor's bills for me mother and the children to feed.
But I could pay you so little.
If you pay for each sack mended...
Oh, that's what I intended.
Then the quicker I can do them, the more I will earn. Well, do you know how much you will be paying?
Well, not really. There's a man coming to see me this afternoon. He says he can supply me with all the old sacks I'll need, but until I know what I've got to pay him,
Well, can I come back when he's gone, Miss Gaunt?
Well, why did Mr. Onedin dismiss you?
It's like I said, I've got my mother to look after, as well as my family, and, well, with my husband laid off, I had to take on a cleaning job early in the morning. Well, that meant I had to go home and change and give the children their breakfast and... Well, I was late at shop 3 times. And Mr. Onedin, he dismissed me. Can I come back this afternoon, Miss Gaunt?
Well, yes,
Oh, thank you, Mum. I'll be ever so grateful.
All the same, I wish you'd warned me about Ranocci.
For what reason? There would have been nothing you could do. When Ranocci wished to pounce, he pounds. One does not interfere.
I wish you a safe journey back to Palermo.
Oh, I am sure I will.
Tell me, do you also buy protection?
Man has to live.
No protest?
Protest does not make for contentment. We must accept in his life, no? Arrivederci.
Who are you?
Ship's cook.
Well, I hope you're better than the last one.
I think the Capitano has nothing to complain of about my cooking.
Buongiorno, Capitan Onedin. I am Giuseppe Massimo Alessandro Ranocci.
Sewing up old sacks? Wherever did you hear that?
From Charlotte.
Really?
I just happened to run into her in Uncle Robert's shop. Do you know he's talking of opening a new department store in Church Street?
Did you hear that from Charlotte, too?
No.
You know, William, it wouldn't be a bad idea for you to meet one or two other young ladies. As a matter of fact, I've been invited to a soiree next Wednesday evening. Would you care to take me? Well, there'll be lots of people there your own age. Their daughters, for instance. I know you'd enjoy it.
Do I have to, Mamma? I'm sure Mr. Fogarty would prefer to take you. Would you not, Father?
Well, if your mother would like you to accompany her, I'd hate to think that my wishes stood in the way.
Well, perhaps we could all three go. Then I'd have two dancing partners.
You said a soiree.
Yes, well, I'm sure there'll be some dancing.
I'm no good at dancing, you know that. Where are you both going today?
The races.
Well, I hope you have a very pleasant time together.
Now, why don't... You still want to come? I mean, if you're afraid that William disapproves, you only have to say no.
I said we'd go, and go we will. With or without William's approval.
You've come a little early, Signora Nocci. You see, we haven't collected all the money yet. There's no doubt you've discovered. There's nothing here. Where's the crew?
We took him ashore. All but one, that is, Mins.
What's happened to him?
His body is on deck, decently covered. As soon as I have the money, you are free to bury him. Captain Onedin, you see your circumstances. Why do you not tell me where you have hidden our money?
Your money?
My people's.
If you had any sense, you'll remove yourself to the shore and send back my crew.
Make no mistake, the British government won't let you get away with this.
Mithilo Alabak.
Yeah, just a minute. Where are you taking him?
Ashore. Until tomorrow. That will give you time to search the ship more thoroughly than we have been able to. As soon as I have counted the money, Captain Baines and your crew will be returned unharmed. If not, they will be shot one by one. Well, you value your captain?
I value him at £500.
£500?
Yes. I've always been one to take a realistic view of my situation. Now you have the advantage over me, so I'm offering you £500.
Aha! So the money is on board, huh?
Well, I can certainly find £500 before tomorrow.
I think the sum you have taken comes to roughly £10,000.
500.
Come, your captain is worth more to you than that, I think.
Do you think you are, Captain Baines? I would have thought £500 was just about right.
Yes, sir. That's very handsome of you, sir.
So I'll throw in another £50 for the crew. Can't sail the ship without a crew, can we, Captain Baines?
We could probably manage it just to, sir. I wouldn't like to see you squander your money.
You will give me £10,000 or they will be dead by tomorrow.
I've never been one to overestimate my situation. There's plenty of qualified captains to behead, you know. Are there not, Captain Baines?
That's right.
And of course, I value our long acquaintanceship.
But when it comes to business,
Precisely. So shall we say £600, including the crew?
I think if I am patient, you might go to £1,000.
All right, then. £1,000. That's my limit.
Your limit will be reached at midday tomorrow. And it will be the sum I have stated, £10,000. Vieni con me. Voglio parlare con lei.
I'm afraid he knows you're bluffing, sir.
Bluffing?
You think I'm bluffing? I said £1,000. I mean it.
Yes, sir.
If he hangs on for any more, he'll get nothing. You know me.
I reckon I do, sir.
Then you'd better get him to know me, too.
Down with me.
Sixpence a sack, Mr. Fig. When I know you can buy them for a penny.
Ah, well, if I have to scout the whole of Liverpool for them, there's a lot of wear on the old cart, not to say the horse. Got to think of my costs, you know, Miss Gaunt.
You supply as many as you seem to intend to.
Ah, I'll never make a go on it unless I do. You should turn them over fast, you know. No good paying the women a penny a sack if you don't give them enough to make it worth their while, and they'll all clear off.
Well, I'll never make quite such a go of it as you, I fancy, if you sell me the sacks at 5 times what you pay for them.
Oh, well, happen I could meet you there a little.
Mrs. Purvis.
Oh, I thought I might get here too late.
Too late? Well, Mr. Fig and I haven't even agreed terms yet. I mean, there's no question of the workshop starting for at least a week, you know.
But there's some way here, Mum, and I didn't want you to get all fixed up before I got
No
here.
one can possibly know about it yet, Mrs. Purvis.
Oh, yes, they do, miss. There's Miss Dadswell and old Miss Weston coming, and Doris Briggs. That was no Jack Hunting's widow.
The more, the better. That's how a sweatshop works.
But I don't want a sweatshop.
The more folks want the work, the less you have to pay them. That's why I put the work round for you.
It was you.
Oh, buy enough of me at 5 pence a sack. Pay a penny to have them.
A penny? That's wicked.
It's business.
I shall certainly pay more than a penny a sack to any employee of mine.
They'll never compete unless you undercut the sack makers by at least 1/2.
I can still do that if I buy them off you at 2p each.
Nah, not worth my while at that price. Sorry, can't do business.
Don't let him go, Miss Gaunt. We've got nothing at all if you let him go.
I'll not pay you so little.
I don't mind doing it for a penny a sack. Well, some of them others, they do it for even less. We've got children to feed. And men folk, too, can't get jobs. We don't mind working hard.
5 pence a sack, Miss Gaunt.
3p.
If these good women are prepared to do it for 8
3p, Mr. Fig. For every torn sack you bring me, and that's my limit.
Then I'll have to think about it, won't I? Come back tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe not.
Miss Gaunt.
He'll be back. I'm sure he will. He's just trying to beat me down, I can see that.
Well, I just hope you're right, but... Well, it's not as if you're used to business, though, is it, Mom? Not being a man, I mean, like Mr. Onedin.
Io l'abbiamo. Verso le 4. Verso le 4. Sì, giusto. C'è ancora 20 ore da aspettare. Well, you think he will come back? Don't worry, he has gone to get the money.
I wish I could believe you were right.
Giacomo. His name was Giacomo, huh? Maria, his wife, eh? Look, will you go and fetch him for me pronto? Giacomo. Look, he sat over here. Head of beef. Short, fat man.
Signor Onedin.
I thought you'd gone back to Palermo.
Oh, I think to stay for a day or two, at least to make sure you sail away safely. I saw banditti on the cliff watching your ship.
Now, look, this protector of yours, he's holding my crew hostage. What? Now, can you find Giacomo for me? Tell him to bring whatever money that he has.
To pay your ransom?
Tell him that I have a proposition for him. Can you get him for me?
He will not see you short for the price of 1 cargo.
You take my word for it. He's not bluffing.
You take my word for it, neither am I.
I'm sure he's bluffing. I mean, what can he earn as a rag and bone man? If he makes it his job to keep us supplied with old sacks, well, a regular order.
You don't seem as confident as Papa would be, Letty.
Well, I've not had his experience.
Oh, you seem to be learning, though.
I can only pay those women a pittance anyway. It'd be more than a penny a sack.
Father wouldn't give those women a thought.
Well, I do.
That's the difference.
What, between me and your father?
No, between winning and losing.
I'll win.
Well, is it agreed, then?
Impossible.
Look, you can make it possible. Tell them. No, look, you're their leader.
Signore. I have heard where Ranocci is holding your crew. They are in a cave along the shore. The bandits I saw on the cliff are guarding them.
How many of them?
Oh, too many, I think.
How about Captain Baines?
He's in a cottage on the cliff. Dino and Luigi are outside, perhaps others. If you are considering rescue, forget it. No one will fight the Mafia.
Yes, so I gather. Well, do you want to be bled dry for the rest of your life? Or do you want to choose freedom? You don't have much time.
So it is.
Good.
Finished.
What is?
The book. Oh, it was beautiful. About a big, silent, rather cruel man. Very strong. Bit like Papa in many ways. There's this governess that falls in love with him. And it turns out that behind his harshness, he's really in love with her too.
Romantic nonsense.
Not.
Books aren't life, Charlotte. Mr. Fink. I knew he'd come back.
I'll go let him
No,
in.
you won't. You'll wait until he knocks. Doesn't think we're too eager in that. He'll give us even better terms.
He's not even stopping. He's going right past Letty. He'll probably come round tomorrow. It'll all work out.
Like in a book.
Grazie, signora, grazie.
Mr. Ranocci, now, I wish you'd listen to reason. Now, £1,000 is a lot of money, isn't it? And it's all profit to you.
No, it is not a question of profit. It is a question of my bella figura, of my position as a leader of these people.
Yeah, but what kind of leader is it that makes his people pay for their freedom?
And Captain Baines, you do not understand our society. If I am the capo, the leader here, then I must say what happens. If I let these people go against our established way of life, both they and I will be the poorer. It's a question of pride.
But if it's just a question of pride, I mean, it'll hand Mr. Onedin a big laugh. He'll save himself £1,000 and leave you with a corpse to bury. Mr. Ranocci, all the time I've known Mr. Onedin, I've never known him go back on his word. It must be getting about 8 bells.
Hmm? 1 hour to midday.
Quale, signora?
Che succede, eh?
Onedin, è alla nave.
What is it?
Lasciami passare.
What's happening? He's sailing without me. He's abandoned me.
Now, this is a belaying pin.
Belaying pin?
That's right.
Ah,
Now, we call this a block. Block and tackle.
Block and tackle.
Good, right.
Non mi preoccupi. Non si può navigare la nave senza marinai.
Ma lui è solo adesso, Mr. Benetto! Has he got those people to sail without me?
Yes, that is right. He has all the money on board. He will only give you what he promised. When Captain Baines and the crew are safely on the ship.
Ah, so he cannot sail without them.
Oh, yes, he can, and he will. He will make for Naples with a minimum sail.
Portalo alla spiaggia. Vieni con me.
No,
Abbiamo lavoro da fare. Ah, vai.
Mettilo di qua, adesso.
Get up there. I want you to set the topsails. Go on, get up. I'll show you when we get up there. Go on.
Inquinanto! Visto ci fanno faticare malamente!
That's it.
Allora fatica.
Oh, come on. You want to get to America? That's a bit harder than that. Right. Set the portals. You, come on. Pull on that bit of rope there. That's right.
Mannaggia tre.
Give me the gun. Andiamo, presto!
Right. Now make that fast. Tie it up. No, the other way around.
Tira! De nu, vieni qua!
Che vuoi? Sta. Onedin, I mean what I say. Onedin, you know my price.
And you know mine. 1,000 pounds. It's all here in Lira, just for you. It's either this or nothing.
Then nothing.
I don't need him. I was a ship's captain long before I was an owner.
Oh. Then watch.
Your last chance, 1,000 pounds.
Not enough. Onedin, come back. Throw down the money. I can still shoot him. And your crew. You're a fool.
To give you a present of 1,000 pounds on trust. I think you're a man of honor.
Lascialo libero.
It would have been a sweatshop, Mrs. Purvis, and I wouldn't have wanted that. It's a good job we didn't come back.
Yes, well, we've got nothing coming here at all now, Miss Gaunt. We'll have to go on parish.
Wait, Miss Gaunt. You win.
What price?
3 pence a sack, as long as you take all I bring.
Follow me down below, Captain Baines.
Keep her steady as she goes.
And he threw it all away, £1,000.
Well, I'm glad nobody dived in after it. I wouldn't have liked to throw this in after anybody. Wasn't the money, Captain Baines. A matter of pride between us.
Was that so, Mr. Onedin?
Well, I had to convince you that I didn't care. Otherwise, you'd have given the game away. You might have pushed me up another 5,000.
You must have nerves of steel to give a performance like that. If it was a performance.
In matters like this, you must always allow your opponent a way out, with honor. Mind you, it's eaten into my profits, losing that £1,000 to save you.
But he fed it to the fishes. £1,000. That would have seen me comfortable to the end of my days. I'd no longer have had to take orders from any man.